Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the NewzBeat presented to you by Ladies Like and Survivor. Follow the beat from the studio to the street. Info with the flow keeps you sharp and in the know. Sit back, relax, enjoy the news. Follow. Hundreds of million people around the world are facing chronic food shortages resulting from poor economic conditions, conflicts and extreme weather changes. Natural resources like forests, water bodies and land have been overstretched to meet food demand.
According to a report by the Food and Agriculture Organization, 34 countries don't have enough food to feed their nations. Uganda is among the 27 African countries on the list, and the remaining 7 are from Asia Pacific and the Middle East.
The El Nino phenomenon has triggered extreme weather conditions, causing severe drought in the southern Africa and affecting crop production.
And it's likely to affect crop planting for the main growing season in Central America and the Caribbean for the third year in succession.
Eastern Congo has also faced severe flooding in the intense rainy season, which has affected 500,000 people in the Waton region.
Haiti, Papua Guinea and Ethiopia are already experiencing drought and crop failure, and conflicts have affected the crop production in Iraq, Yemen, Central African Republic, Syria and Somalia.
Dry conditions have also lowered expectations in Morocco and Algeria. However, the report says crop conditions have been generally favored in the northern hemisphere.
The current global situation has mostly affected the global poor, who are faced with high unemployment and low purchasing power.
Because the poor spend a large portion of their household budget on food and also depend on food productivity for their livelihood.
Wars and conflicts have also created a refugee crisis, straining the food resources of the host countries.
Severe food shortages have also escalated global malnutrition, as 1/3 of global child deaths are attributed to undernutrition.
The world needs to produce at least 50% more food and maintain stability in order to feed its 9 billion inhabitants by 2050. The minerals of tantalum, tungsten and tin, also known as the 3 T's, are the key components in high-tech devices like smartphones, laptops and flat-screen TVs. And together with gold, they've earned the infamous name of conflict minerals because the trade of these natural resources is heavily conducted and controlled by armed criminals. No place has been more affected by the resultant armed conflict and violence than the Democratic Republic of Congo's South Kivu province, where the local population has succumbed to murder, rape and displacement with limited intervention from the international community or their own Congolese government. In 2010, the United States legislation passed a resolution through the Wall Street reform law known as the Dodd-Frank Act, requiring all publicly traded companies receiving minerals from Congo to avoid conflict minerals ending up in their products. The Congolese government halted mining for 6 months after the law's signing, which inadvertently affected over 4 million inhabitants depending on artisanal mining. Many foreign companies also stopped buying the minerals, driving the prices down and compelling many local miners to join the criminals. Although the process was marred by corruption and lack of political will, it managed for a while to put the illicit mineral trade to a standstill. But only 11 out of more than 900 mines in the South Kivu province were found to be conflict-free and without a militia presence. The Congolese army was also implicated in the mining offenses. For over a decade, campaign groups have been pressing tech companies to take a stand and to stop the conflict their ventures have had to fund in order for the underdeveloped Congo to get what it deserves from its $24 trillion worth of untapped mineral reserves. Success is the prize of hard work. Our reporter Tushipolo is here to tell us about an exceptional achiever.
Young people are the most at risk in many nations, especially in poor economies and hard living conditions. Strained by poverty and a lack of education, they easily fall to violent extremism and radicalization as they search for a way out of the struggle. Even if it means killing, dying and being buried in rubble, young people in Nairobi's Islay suburb have been the target of the extremist group Al-Shabaab. But one teacher, Ayub Mohammed, is deflecting this violent dogma by informing them about Al-Shabaab's ideologies and propaganda. Mohammed is the Kenyan Muslim teacher that was nominated for the US Global Teachers Prize because he was so dedicated. He teaches Islamic studies at Islay High School in Nairobi, in the heart of Islay suburb, which locals call Little Mogadishu, where the youth face an overwhelming amount of social issues. Mohammed says unemployment pushes youth to join Al-Shabaab, so he started a project that cleans the streets and creates jobs. Students in the project recycle plastic into tiles for rooftops and solve unemployment and housing in just one shot. Mohammed tries to keep the classroom a safe space where he can engage students and promote peace. Many graduates from his class went on to become peace champions to practice what they learned and spread the message to every home. If Mohammed wins the Teacher's Prize, he will get $1 million and use it for student scholarships and to promote teachers as mentors. Mohammed is one of the 10 finalists in the running for the prize. The winner out will be announced on March 13th in Dubai. Best of luck to Ayub Mohammed and the students at Islay High. I'm Tushipolo, reporting for NewzBeat.
Thank you to Tushipolo for that report. Africa's history is scarcely documented. The arts and diverse culture of the past often misrepresented. But for centuries, Africa was a center for arts, and African art used to be more than crafts. But most of our culture got looted and stolen, sent to Europe and hidden in private collections, like the bronze statue Crocodile, stolen during the violent British raid in the 19th century, and now displayed in the dining hall of Cambridge University. But students petitioned the school and called for the repatriation of antiquity. It belongs to the kingdom of Oba, at the time the most powerful in West Africa. The king's craftsmen made this fabulous object, and representing it in the dining hall is a sign of disrespect. And that's just one small statue. Thousands of objects have been stolen of an incredible value. But African countries have started to reclaim their history, calling for repatriation of valuable antiquities. Some Europeans and Americans have already started the process. All Africa needs is a good museum to take care of the rest. That was the news of the beat. Next week will be another hit. Still Ladies Like and Survivor, reporting live and direct with love and respect. Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.
Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Follow the beat.